So in this video, we're gonna review Unit 6 and Unit 7. And as you can see, the title of Unit 6 is Earth and its Resources. So let's remember again what we talked about at the beginning of the semester. So we talked about slow changes and fast changes. And if you remember, guys, I explained the earthquake and the volcanoes and the flood, and I drew some stupid things or drawings on the board. You made fun of me, and especially about the flood when I explained it. It was raining on the board, and and most of your homes have drowned or had drowned in the water and so on. Anyways, let's remember again, what is a fast change? Fast changes happen in minutes, hours, or days. Okay, that's what I mean by a fast change. It happens fast, it happens quickly. So when I say a fast change, just think about three things. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and floods. Okay, so what is earthquake? Do you remember when I grabbed the desk and just started shaking it in front of you guys, and I told you this is an example of an earthquake, and I told you it's a shaking of Earth's surface. So that's what I mean when I say earthquake. Okay, and it can happen because it is a fast change. It can happen in minutes, hours, or days. And this picture shows or reflects or represents an earthquake. Okay, what about this? This is a volcano, and it's a place where hot melted rock comes out of the ground. From where do hot melted rocks come up? They come out of the ground, okay? So as you can see here, we have volcanoes can happen also in minutes, hours, or days because they are fast changes. And here, as you can see, we have the hot melted rocks coming out of the ground, and you can't be near it. You can't be near it because you're gonna melt, just like the hot melted rocks. The third example of fast change is a flood. What is a flood? It is a thing, or it's the thing that happens when streams, lakes, or rivers overflow because of rain or rainfall, so on. So floods can happen in minutes, hours, or days also, because it's an example of a fast change. And as you can see here, we have a picture that shows a flood, and here we have a car that is that had drawn in the water. Okay, so these are fast changes. Again, they are earthquakes, floods, and volcanoes, and they can happen in minutes, hours, or days. Now let's move to the slow changes. Slow changes are not like the fast changes. Slow changes happen in months or in years, or they can take months or years to happen. So the first example of slow changes is weathering. So what is weathering? It's wind and water, or it's when wind and water break rocks. So as you can see here, we have broken rocks they had been broken because of what? Because of wind and water. So breaking down of rocks into smaller pieces. If you guys remember, I started breaking crayons in the class just to show you that wind and water break down rocks. So this is what we call weathering. Okay, and now next we have to know about erosion. But before we know that, or we get to know about erosion again, or we talk about erosion again, you have to know that weathering comes before erosion. Okay, we have to know that it comes before erosion. Okay, when water or when wind and water move rocks, so the breaking down of rocks into smaller pieces is called what? Weathering. And the moving is called what? Is or from one place to another is called erosion. So, first of all, or first of all, the earth breaks, then the earth moves. So breaking, then what? Then moving. It changes also the shape of land. And if you know, like when you move something from one place to another, the shape of the land starts to change. Okay. The third example of a slow change is drought. As you can see, here we have what a long time with little rain, and as you can see, it's really dry. It has no water, so it causes what? It causes drought, and lands get very dry. That's what I mean by what? By drought. Okay, so we have to know that we have slow changes and fast changes, and the differences or how can we differ between them? Slow changes happen in what? Or can take months and years or years to happen, and fast changes can happen in minutes, hours, or days. Okay, and examples of each one of them, we have three examples: fast changes, volcanoes, floods, and earthquakes. And slow changes, we have erosion, weathering, and droughts. Okay, that's what I need you to know about Unit 6. Now let's move to Unit 7. We have all about weather, and we have to open our books at page 280. Not all of the pages are included, okay? Just focus on the things that I'm just reviewing with you guys. So we have to know what is a weather or weather pattern. It is a weather change, it's a weather change that repeats over and over. And as you can see here, we have morning, afternoon, evening, night. Each day we have morning, then afternoon, then evening, then night. We don't have like a day when we have only morning, afternoon, then night without evening. We have we have four parts of the day, and we call this a weather pattern. So it's a weather change that repeats. It keeps happening, okay? Repeatedly. So which part of the day is the coolest or the coldest? It's the night, okay? So the part of the day that is the coolest or the coldest is the night. Which part of the day is the warmest or has the highest temperatures? Or the temperature, it's afternoon, okay, because the sun is high and you can feel it up in the sky. What are the four parts of the day in order? So which one comes first? Morning, we have then afternoon, evening, then night. So morning, afternoon, evening, night. Okay. And let's see, lesson 5. The 4 seasons, they're really easy. You just have to know that we have 4 seasons: fall, winter, summer, and spring. And in fall, from its name, the weather outside may be cool. The leaves of some trees change color in fall. So in fall, the leaves of some trees change color and fall. And in winter is the coldest or the coolest season, and rain and snow fall in winter. We all know what happens in winter, right? And spring, the air gets warmer. Sometimes it rains, plants start to grow. As you can see, because spring is the season where everything turns to green. And summer, what is summer? Summer is the season when you can swim, right? So also you can swim in spring though. Summer is the hottest season. It's unlike winter. It's the exact opposite of winter. Winter is the coldest and summer is the hottest. So the warmest or hottest season is summer. And we have to know that plants ripe and we can eat them in summer, or many plants ripe in summer, okay? Okay, so that's what I need you to know about Unit 7 and Unit 6. If you had any questions about these units, just ask me about them. And that's it for our video for today. Thank you for listening. Good luck, guys.